Hello, and welcome to the Logic.io Transaction Manager. Together with our category-leading consumerized configuration experiences, Logic.io is your new and your last CPQ. Let's begin at the top of this Transaction Manager page. You can see that the chevrons are stages of a business process. And stages are important because you're able to define how you want information to show to different personas or groups of people in each stage. For instance, I might want to give my approver margin and cost information, but not my sales user. Also, Logic offers you the ability to show completely different layouts to different personas in a particular stage. For instance, perhaps internal sales versus a partner selling group. And this is unique to Logic. As we go down, you can see that I've brought in a bunch of information from the CRM. This is represented as read-only, got some opportunity and account and contact information, a couple of address sets. And I'm also able to bring in information from my user as he begins to understand his deal better. So customer segment, contract type, and I can provide messages that guide the user to behavior that is going to be more relevant to the business. So for instance, if I provide usage-based, I'm prompted to provide different information about annual transaction bans. And you can see that rules run between the different fields that drive different available values. And as I select one, you can see that other rules actually update logic, or in this case, a calculation of annual transaction count and annual usage charge. Now note that these came back incredibly quickly. Millisecond response time is what Logic is known for in configuration, and the same is true of the transaction manager. Let's talk a little bit about line items. So the line item grid is right here in the middle, and this line item grid has approximately 2,000 items on it. So we have some data. If I wanted to add more, I could go to Add Lines, and this single page experience allows me to search for product and add both configurable and non-configurable product to it. And I have a lot of flexibility, both as an administrator and a user, for how to display this data. For instance, with 2,000 lines, I'm probably going to want to sort fairly quickly. I'm going to want to maybe search, and using this search box, I can do that. And I'm going to definitely want to get the data in the shape that I want to see it. So for instance, if I don't want to see the number column and I want to see my net total off on the left and say the product off on the left, I'm able to set up my line item grid to see the information I need to see as I'm editing. I also have choices in editing. So for instance, let's say I want to change the quantity of this electronic waste disposal. I can do it in the line item grid. I can also do discounting in the line item grid. And you can see every time the green flash occurs, a calculation is occurring. Again, millisecond response. But I have greater ability to do this too, where I can open up a drawer that gives me the line item detail in the same pane. So I'm not having to change pages, have full page refreshes, and it's a much more cohesive experience for me as a user. Again, making changes as I need. But say we actually want to make a wholesale change of a discount at the header level. And I can do that with this slider. Let's just kind of pick something like 21%, and you can see that 21% was applied to every line I had not already edited throughout the 2,000 lines. And you can see that the subtotals at the bottom are also updating as well very quickly. Now, I've shown you some of the details around the transaction manager, and I hope it's whet your appetite, but I wanted to assure you that the overarching principles that Logic brought to configuration are in play here too. There is no update button. Things return with millisecond performance, even with thousands of lines, and of course, best-in-class guided selling. I hope this quick demo has given you an understanding of Logic Transaction Manager. and we look forward to speaking with you more about it soon. Thanks.